Hi everyone, this is Brenda Miller. I'm with Stampin' with Brenda, and I'm based in New Jersey, and I am bringing you today one of the most popular cards on the internet. I didn't come up with this by myself, but I have to admit, so many people have posted something just like this that I don't know who the originator was. So if it was you, please let me know, and I can give you credit. But I have seen this so many times, and I had a couple of tricks that I wanted to share that I did in my class last week when I did my Stamp-a-Stack with my customers. And I thought it would be great to have a video to show you how to do it. So let's go ahead and get started. We are using the Oceanfront stamp set from Stampin' Up, as well as the Bottled Happiness stamp set and the coordinating punch for that stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started on how to quickly make this card. We'll start with Sahara Sand. Oops, there's a little schmutz on there. That's okay. I'm going to fold it. I will take care of that in the future. We're going to give it a nice score line. This was 8.5 by 5.5 and fold it in half. Then I'm going to take the soft suede and I'm going to put this on the card front. And just like that. And I'm going to set this aside. Okay, then we're going to go to where we're going to do our stamping. Now, I worked this card from top to bottom. So I'm going to start with soft suede and the sending little message sentiment right at the very top. Okay, so we've got that there. And that is from, the sentiment is from the Bottled Happiness set. Then I'm going to move on to Balmy Blue ink, and I'm going to use the water stamp from Oceanfront. And I'm going to put it just below where the message is, okay? So we've got that, and I love the way that it gives that watercolor look. Just with the stamp itself, you don't even have to do anything else. Fabulous. Then we're going to move on to our sand. And so we're going to use the Sahara Sand ink pad and the sand stamp, if you will. Okay, I'm going to ink that up. And we're going to line that up on a diagonal like so. And so we have some sand there, which is always very nice. I could have overlapped that maybe a little bit more. And then in addition, we're going to take our little sand speckles kind of to fill in the bottom. And we're just randomly applying them very quickly, just so that you have it, okay? So, great. We've got most of our stamping done. We just need to add our grass on the sides. So we're going to use the soft suede again. I'm going to put one up high. And then I'm going to put one down lower. Okay, so it gives a shoreline look there. All right, then we're going to take our punch. So the this is the Vintage Bottles punch. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to take my piece of paper that I've just stamped, and not too high and not too low. I'm going to punch out the bottle. And I'm going to hang on to this little bottle, okay? Now, I didn't do it perfectly straight there, and it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And that's okay. The other thing that we're going to add to this card are these little vintage bottle domes. Shaker domes, they're called, okay? And we're going to be using one of those. And the first thing we'll do is remove the adhesive backing from the very front of the shaker. You'll notice that there is an adhesive backing on the front and on the back side. So we're going to just take off the front, and I find it easiest to use a pair of paper snips. And just to get it started, and of course, because I'm on camera, it doesn't work out perfectly. That's okay. So we've got it, okay? And you'll notice dome side is up. Kind of hard to see, but there's the dome. I'm going to lay this down on my scratch paper, and then I'm going to take what we just stamped and lay it right over, and voila, it lays down perfectly. Okay, so here we have our bottle. So we're going to flip that over, and then I'm going to take a piece of newspaper. This newspaper actually was sitting on my refrigerator for several years, and it's nicely yellowed, right? So hopefully you have some things that you haven't stayed on top of and may still have in your refrigerator. I was lucky enough to have a whole bunch, and I'm just rolling it into a tight scroll. And when I get to the end, trying to make it as tight as I can, I'm going to take a glue dot and just put one at the closure just to make sure that it stays. Okay, so with my fingernail I went ahead and did that, and of course it doesn't want to stick because I have some fake nails going on here, but that's okay. So we'll tighten it up again and roll it, but you get the idea. So you want to get a nice little scroll. You're going to drop the scroll into the opening of your bottle, and then we're going to remove the backing once again, and this is from the back, and then we're going to take just an additional piece of white cardstock, and oops, I'm sorry, I forgot one important thing. Remember, we had the bottle that we cut out, right? We're going to go ahead and lay that right in, and usually I would do this before I took off the adhesive, but you could do it either way. It works just fine. I'm putting that back in, and then I'm going to lay this down over the top, another piece. So everything's sealed in there, and look at that. It actually, you can see through the bottle, and it makes for just the perfect message in a bottle sitting on a beach. We're just going to take that and adhere it to what we made with the card front. And there you have a beautiful card in less than 5 minutes, and it's all the rage these days. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want any more information on classes that I hold, you can, or anything else that you want, you can contact me at Brenda Miller SU, like Stampin' Up, BrendaMillerSU.com. Thank you.